Hi, my name is Keith and I'm known as the Florida Stone Man, and today I'm going to be talking to you all about the spiritual diet. So what you should be consuming in your diet when you're spiritual, what you should not be consuming in your diet when you're spiritual. I'm going to have a bunch of different just things for you to add in your diet, just things for you don't. And let me make the disclaimer that this is not a video. I'm not a dietitian. This is based on spirituality and spirituality only. So yeah, this video is all about, disclaimer, this is not a physical video talk. I'm not registered in any kind of physical dietitian, anything. This video is here to help you elevate your spirituality. So if you are serious about elevating your spirituality, I'm here to help you, and I'm very excited to make this video because this was a requested topic. But yeah, and you can just take my advice with a grain of salt, but when you apply this to your life, you'll see how it really works out for you. Let me start off like this. So, in society, we're not fully programmed correctly on how to eat based on our spiritualities. Most of us don't even know that every nut, berry, every little thing that grows in nature is actually associated with a different chakra. A peach is to the heart chakra, strawberries to the root and the heart. Beets are for the root. Berries such as blueberries and strawberries can be a crown chakra fruit as well. But just different vegetables are associated with different chakras as well. Like broccoli is associated with the heart chakra and abundance. So many things you don't even know about, but you're gonna find out in this video right now. I don't know how long of a video this will be because it's a very straight to the point information, but let me talk to you right now about the worst thing you can eat in your diet if you're a spiritual person. So I've seen backlash on this, but the backlash that I've gotten from people who just flat out disagree with this are people who are not spiritually growing or just are just flat out not growing. What they think is working for them is not working for them, and they're not ready to elevate past their egos. So here, I'm going to present this information right now. If you're eating beef or pork, this will fully block your spirituality. This will block your gifts. This will tank your vibration. This will make communicating with real angels that much more difficult. And yeah, I said real angels because not most of you guys who watch me, because if you subscribe to my YouTube channel, then you're serious about your spirituality. You're learning advanced spirituality. Some of the stuff I teach, a lot of the stuff is not being taught online. A lot of fluff is being taught online. Just injustices are made online about spirituality. But this channel is really going to help you learn about your spirituality. And let me start off like this. I was someone who, I used to eat beef and pork every single day. I love beef so much to the point where I was eating it medium rare, extra rare, to the point where, like, just, what's it called? Teriyaki or whatever. I forget the name for it. It's like raw meat, basically. And I thought it was delicious, and I loved it. And it was just so wonderful and amazing because it tasted so good. It was so palatable and it's so juicy, right? Yeah, no. For your spirituality, this will tank your vibration. Keep in mind, if you ever see my old videos, like my really, really old videos, like scroll up to the first videos on my YouTube channel. I was eating meat every now and then. I wouldn't eat it very often versus cutting it out altogether. But it holds a lot of physical weight on you. If you eat beef or pork, you're going to have more physical weight being held on you. It doesn't digest that fast. It doesn't digest that easily. You can have the best digestive system or the best digestive tract, and you're still not going to digest it the same. Not like vegetables or something like that, but beef and pork will block you from feeling energy as well. So if you want to walk into a room and basically feel the energy, if you want to pick up a crystal and be like, okay, this crystal is bing, 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 bing. If you eat beef or pork even like just now and then, and you have a tolerance for it, your energy gifts will be closed. When you go around people, you're not going to be able to feel certain energies. Like, you can feel it in your intuition, but that's different than actually feeling it with, like, okay, this person's, like, they have a hot or coldness about their aura. Their aura is kind of, some people have prickly auras. Basically, it's just overextending, so people's auras are going outwards. There's different energies. Everyone feels energy differently. When you talk to the wrong person, you're going to get kind of like the camera just panned very dramatically. When you talk to the wrong person, you're going to get you'll just get a feeling within your body. Like, physically, like, you'll feel a touch from an angel on your shoulder. You might be pushed back sometimes. You might be pushed forward. But just different energetic gifts will be fully opened when you quit eating meat. And for some of the people who are interested in telekinesis and those advanced spiritual gifts, yeah, that's quitting beef and pork is the ultimate way to get very, very specific gifts open. Like fast, because you really start sensing, like your extra sensories go off. Because if you were really feeling, because you turn off the gift of feeling when you eat beef or pork, and I'm not gonna go into this whole video about beef and pork, but those animals, you have a dead animal inside of you. Ooh, yes, you do have a dead animal inside you. And cows and pigs, if you ever work on a farm, if you've ever volunteered on a farm, they're very human-like. Like, they're like humans crossed with dogs and cats. Like, wait a second, these things are, the cow will walk up to you and just look at you like, kind of look at you like, I'm scared, but I love you. And when they're dying, it's just kind of like, I'm scared and I'm dying, and you consume that energy, you consume that fear, you consume just the panic, you consume its circumstances, its environment, because those cows are, and I don't care what anyone says, because not every cow is in a perfect environment that you're eating. Your McDonald's hamburger is not a cow that died on its deathbed with a bunch of family around it. No, it died because it got some kind of instrument to put it down, and even before it was being put down, it knew it was being put down, and you consume the energy of just being flat out afraid and fearful. So yeah, stay away from beef and pork if you want your spiritual gifts to open, like very open. How do you know when you're awake from beef or pork long enough and that your energy gifts are starting to open? Well, when you start getting really disgusted by beef and pork, which is something I never thought I would be disgusted by. Like, I'll see friends barbecuing, and I'm like, I'll see them just cooking the meat. I'm like, hey, that kind of looks like me when like that looks like a human when they cut themselves. It kind of looks like just like raw flesh. It's just like, it's very fleshy, and it's not. And there's studies behind it as well. But when you look at a fruit, or and you're hungry, or if you look at like a blueberry tart, or just something that's of Mother Nature, you're more likely to salivate. But when you look at the pig, when you look at a face of a pig or a cow, you don't start salivating unless there's something wrong, because they look just like us. They literally look just like us. Their development stages as well is very similar to ours. But if you want to start really feeling energy and tapping into energy gifts as a spiritual person, you got to put down the beef and pork. Also, when you get to a point where you cannot tolerate beef and pork, then you'll notice different energy gifts are starting to be open. Like, you'll feel different vibrations in your hands. You'll feel like you're a telekinetic, because you'll just be able to you'll feel energy like you've never felt it before. So basically, your hand or your arm won't feel just like a hand or an arm. You'll feel like something outside of it. It's a lot easier to astral travel and do astral exercises when you quit beef and pork as well. I made an entire video on why you should not be eating beef or pork. I'll talk more about it as well. But yeah, eating beef or pork will take away from your spiritual gifts and tank your spiritual vibration. It'll actually put you out of the range of working with actual angels and put you with more earthly things. There's also a bunch of physical benefits that's not good about eating beef and pork, but I'm not going to get into that at all. I will not get into that in this video, but switch beef and pork. And people will ask, can I eat fish? Well, yeah, you can eat fish, but just make sure the fish you're eating is, if you can track the source, because fish do not resemble humans. You can eat chicken as well. Chicken's okay. It's not the best, so it's really not the best, because the thing, it went through a lot of suffering before it died. Some fish do as well, but fish are more free before they die. They're in the water before they die. They just have a different, like, they're not anatomically like us. They can breathe in water. If you can breathe in water, you're probably not watching this video because you're in the ocean and you're a fish, but but I'm gonna assume like the fish are just watching this video like, how dare he? Okie doke. But eating fish is a lot more clean. Even if you can get off eating fish, which I like eating fish because I work out very heavily and I haven't really switched to a full plant diet. I haven't really found a safe way for me to do that yet, because certain foods I just don't resonate with. I like to go with something I would more likely to be like. I eat lots of fruits and lots of vegetables, but I do eat fish at the end of the day, which is not, it's not bad compared to beef or pork. And chicken's okay. It's not the best. It's still heavy on you spiritually, but it's not as bad as beef or pork. Chicken's okay. Fish is okay. Like, your vibration can still be up when you eat chicken or fish, but when you eat beef or pork, you're gonna drop to a certain vibration where other lower level entities will notice you because you're on their wavelength. Versus when you stop eating beef and pork, it makes it a lot easier to talk to angels. Now let me get to sugar, because you guys want to know what you should be including in your spiritual diets and what you should not be including in your spiritual diets. Sugar, you can study this yourself. It calcifies the pineal gland. Your third eye is right here. It's literally your sugar. The sugar that you eat in your diet, not natural sugars. Let me make that very clear. Not sugars and fruits. Sugars and processed foods will fully block your third eye. You'll have mystery headaches, spiritual headaches, but you're gonna notice a bunch of things are blocked. Your intuition's blocked, your psychic visions are blocked, your dreams are blocked. What else? Some energetic gifts will be blocked just by sugar. Your connection with your guides, especially your main guide, whoever your main guide is, because we all have at least one main guide, that will be heavily blocked. Because the sugar literally calcifies it. Like, it puts like a shell over it. And it makes it like, let's just say like this. If your eyes are like this, and then you're like, if you rub them really heavily and they're kind of blurry, that's a good way to describe it for your third eye. If you've eaten lots of sugar, you never did any kind of decalcifying of the pineal, which I'll make more videos about. You can use turmeric. They teach it several places online. You can use crystals such as atacamite. It decalcifies it very quick. And your other different spiritual gifts such as seeing colors and seeing visions and seeing just different I don't know, the camera's still panning. It'll unlock different gifts as to being able to see with your third eye, including the astral realm. You'll be able to do different astral exercises, etc. But stay away from actual sugar, like processed sugar, because it's gonna block your third eye. There's no way around it. Like, you're not special. You're not gonna be eating a whole bunch of. Because I saw some on my TikTok. They're like, I eat sugar and I'm spiritual. Like, I eat lots of sugar and I'm spiritual. I'm like, okay. That's nice. But for the people who actually want to learn about it, the spirituality and bettering their lifestyles, stay away from sugar, because eat natural sugar. Sugar that Mother Nature has made for us, and it will help you advance your spiritual gifts. It'll help your vibration go whoop, because especially the crash from the sugar will tank your vibration and put you in a very low place. Now, moving on to things that you should eat. Like I said, eat natural sugars. So, whatever the color of your fruit, or whatever the color of your vegetable, is usually associated with the chakra. So beets, like I said, are the root chakra. If you want more root chakra, I don't know if the camera pans like this, but if you want more root chakra balancing, eat beets. Beets are also good for the heart chakra. You could Google any fruit or any vegetable, and online will tell you what chakras they are. I can't go down the list of every fruit. I mean, you can eat nuts, and berries are very good as well for the spiritual body, the etheric body. Your aura will be a lot more vibrant and colorful, because I know you guys like asking, what color is my aura? And I'm like, yeah, I don't do that. And they're like, what color is my aura? I'll teach about how to see. Look at the camera just panning. I'll teach about how to see auras eventually. I taught myself out of seeing auras because I thought it was kind of like I was very distracted by it when I first started seeing auras. I'm going to train myself to see it again, because at the time I wasn't fully ready to start seeing auras, because when I was talking to people, my eyes would be like, I'm like, wow. And they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, tell me. So and right around the time I was switching to a lot of fruits and vegetables, and a very good sign spiritually is that if you're actively craving fruits and vegetables, it means your spirituality is opening and you're growing. Like, your spiritual gifts are developing because they crave certain fruits that belong to certain chakras, especially the chakras that are opening. So if you really start craving bananas, then your solar plexus is opening. If you really start craving, like, what's it called, acai bowls, and just different different fruit bowls, and you're eating all these different fruits, and you never liked fruits before, it means your crown's opening and your spiritual gifts are really activating, and your connection with your guides are really improving, and there's more angels around you. It's just different telltale signs through the diet. So go after fruits, go after nuts and berries, and go after vegetables, because they're going to be your best friend when your spirituality is opening. And they all have spiritual properties as well. So if you eat strawberries, you'll attract more abundance. If you eat celery, you're going to have a lot less blockages, especially when it comes to focusing as well. Eating different things such as, you can eat almonds. Almonds are good for prosperity. You eat almonds, especially just eat 7 almonds throughout the day, because we can literally program our bodies like candles. So when you guys are caking up candles, I call it caking candles up, because you guys add everything to a candle. So let's, for an example, let's say you're adding you're adding nutmeg to a candle for luck, right? Add nutmeg to your coffee, like a little sprinkle if you're not allergic. And that's going to add a little more luck into your energetic body, into your energy field, because it's going through all your body. You better believe whatever you put in your body, you're really attracting. We're literally walking candles. We are all the elements. We're very advanced spiritual beings without us even really knowing how advanced we are. So yeah, on the flip side, when you put something dead in your stomach, that energy does follow with it, unfortunately. So yeah, you putting a dead pig in your stomach or a dead cow, and this is really going to irk some people. Good, because this is true information that's going to help you. Like I said, take everything that I'm saying with a grain of salt and apply it to your life. You'll see a lot of other people in the comment sections, especially for my videos talking about not eating beef or pork. You will see people in the comment section saying, "Wow, I quit beef and pork and I didn't really know why, but it really opened my spiritual gift." So yeah, a lot of other people are saying it as well. Just apply it to your own life experiences, but eat fruits, eat vegetables, eat nuts and berries. It's all about, and don't overindulge. When you overindulge, you call a certain energy into your aura, into your energetic field, and it's really not the best. Eat what you need. Don't eat more than you have to. Don't eat just for the sake of eating. I'm especially close to bedtime because that's when you go into the astral realm, and it'll really interfere with your dreams. So your dreams won't be prophetic. They'll just be dreams or just subconscious influences from food that you have in your psyche. I don't know how to say that word. This certain word I just don't know how to say. Psych. But they'll be like your food will be interacting with your thought process in different just ways you sleep. So really, don't eat before you go to bed. Don't eat too much food. I don't know, the camera's been doing that recently. Maybe it's because of all the new crown crystals. I'm very excited about all these extra crystals I'm teaching you guys, especially rhodonite. I'm finally saying these crystals' names right, but rhodonite, just adding a bunch. And you can associate all the fruits and vegetables with different crystals as well. For example, green aventurine, something like nutmeg. Rose quartz, roses. Can you eat roses? You can. You can drink rose tea, but like I said, this is not a dietary video. Just go with what your body's telling you and stay away from beef and pork, and you're going to notice yourself having a lot more open spiritual diet. Fasting's good too, depending on, like, you'll have to find a fasting regimen that's good for you. When you fast, you're technically feeding on light. The less, this is how I'm going to conclude this video, the less reliant you are on food, and the less you get hungry, like you're having cravings, or like the less you really rely on humanly food or earthly foods, the more you spiritually grow. When you eat food based on your activities, or when you eat food based on what you're doing throughout the day, maybe you're going for a walk and you eat this many almonds, maybe you're not going for a walk and you don't eat that many almonds at all. But when you're eating based on what you're going to do versus you're eating for pleasure, if you stop eating for pleasure and eat based on what you need and don't overindulge, your spirituality will crack open and all of your gifts will blast open. Food is meant to help us function, to have certain activities, to be there, to be nutritious for us. It's not entertainment. You can't just graze on a bag of potato chips and be like, yeah, I mean, anything in a bag, anything processed, anything that had to go through a factory, it's horrible for you spiritually. I'll tell you that right now. I'm not going to say physically because I already made the disclaimers. This is a spiritual video. If you're eating processed foods, it can tank your spirituality, especially processed, like anything processed. If you have to open a wrapper, if you have to open a plastic baggie, like a bag of chips or something like that, it's horrible for you spiritually. Bottled water is horrible for you spiritually. You fully invite in the energy of stagnancy. You invite in just when the water takes its time to get to you, it's absorbing every energy into that water, and it's not getting cleared either. So 100,000 people in the store, it goes straight to the water bottle. So yeah, just eat clean, be more mindful. Don't be humanly or rely on humanly foods. If you have any questions, ask them in the comments. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Ciao!